Hi there, and welcome to another Oracle and Tarot Reviewed with Jennifer. What a great day, I'm telling you. As my cat slowly cleans his leg in the background. You guys remember Badger? I've also got Jasmine here with me. One dog, one cat today. But on this episode of Oracle and Tarot Reviewed, I am reviewing Cosma Visions Oracle deck by James R Eads. Let me get that in the... These are so beautiful. These are absolutely so beautiful. I am going to be switching cameras here so that you can see the cards correctly. I just want to tell you a couple of things about these cards first. First of all, thank you to my friend Veronica Jackson for loaning them to me because I'd never seen these cards before, and you can't buy them in stores. You can only buy them from his website, James R Eads merch. And I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Mr. Eads. It's EADS, James R EADS merch.com. That will also be listed in the description below, just like the other reviews where you can buy these cards will be listed in the descriptions below. So these cards, I mean, just starting with the box, they're so lovely, and I love the box because the lid is attached, and that's incredible for someone who usually takes the cards out of their original boxes and puts them in bags, but I wouldn't do that with this box because first of all, the box is beautiful. It's artwork into itself. But secondly, I like the fact that the lid stays attached, that it's just there. The other thing is he is not only the writer, but he is the illustrator of these cards. They are, I mean, I can't wait to show them to you guys. They're so lovely. There are some differences with these, and there's a reason why they are called the Cosma Visions Oracle, because they are, there's an extra card in here. So normally we see 22 cards in the major arcana. These cards have 23 in the major arcana. It has the 0 to 21, but then there's an extra card. So it's really kind of cool. Also, like how he has everything set up. The suits are different. I mean, they represent. It's perfect to me. Birds are representing the swords or air. Embers represent wands or fire. Trees represent pentacles or earth. And the lotus flower represents the cups, water. So they're really quite lovely. So let's get into this and start looking at these cards. After I did show, yeah, okay, sorry. I just want to make sure that I did everything on my list, So let's see what we got here. Okay. So what we have here, again, look at like how the box opens is so lovely. Let's get these cards out of here. The flower on the front is just amazing because we start out in like completely out of focus and go all the way around to see that it's an eye. Oh, isn't that great? But look, it's like a completely out of focus. It swirls around. It makes its trek through like the cosmos. It makes its trek through, and we see in the end, it's a very sharp looking eye. It's so lovely. The back gives you, this is what I can't wait to show you guys. You can actually make an entire, picture, an entire painting out of the cards when you put them all together. So they're quite lovely. This is something else that I wanted to mention to you guys. Instead of the traditional page, knight, king, queen, and king, we have a little different representations in there. So for instance, the Queen of Wands is the mystic. The Knight of Cups is the romantic. The King of Pentacles is the commander, and the Page of Swords is the weaver. It's a very interesting and neat representation of the cards. Okay, so let's take a look at the book. So on the book, again, we have the repeated, like, fan shape of the eye, but it looks like a flower. I just think it's so lovely. It's just amazing. I will tell you right now, you will need the book, because here's this, like, the bridge mirror card is the moon. Do you see that? The bridge, and then it says the mirror card is the moon. It's just so important to have this information. Here's something I truly, truly like is this spread. Now, this spread is called the Cosma Visions Regression. And you use 21 cards. Is it? No, you use 22 cards. You start with 0, which, as a numerologist, I personally love that people are starting with 0. But I'm not wearing my glasses, so I didn't read it properly until I pulled it away from my eyes. It's just really cool to go back to, like, how things started. Like your achievements, and then go all the way to how and where this life ended, which is 0, the house of death. So what you're doing here is a past life regression, basically, with these cards. I kind of love that. I mean, how fun is that? And it's represented. Each position is representative of a major arcana card. Huh. Well, that's fun. Again, he's so talented here. I mean, these cards are so lovely. So I want to get to showing you some of these cards. But look at how, like, each little chapter starts out, the dance of the lotuses. I mean, the dance of the lotuses. Let's see what the other ones say, because now I'm curious. The spark of embers. Oh, isn't that great? I mean, okay, there's the birds. So let's see what it says about birds. The flight of birds. Loving that. And then, of course, we've got the trees, which is representing of the pentacles, and the growth of trees. This is where we start talking about the court cards, the page, the knight, the queen, and the king, and it's the importance of being. Now, isn't that neat? So the importance of being. And it does tell you, like, where, how it mirrors into the tarot. The peacemaker, the mirror card, is the king of chalices, or the king of cups. The mender, the mirror card, is the queen of chalices. So it's just really fascinating. It's so beautiful. So you really do need the book. And I think that you would use the book quite a bit, if nothing else, than just to see what the cards are mirrored to. Okay, now the first thing I want to talk about is the edge of these cards. Isn't that pretty? I mean, it's like got that iridescent quality on the edge of the cards. It's very smooth. I like cards that shuffle well. But look at that iridescent quality in the light, how it's like a little blue, a little purple. Looks sort of like oil to me. Love that. And the back of the card, there's the one eye. There's the one clear eye from here to here. I absolutely love this. My gosh, this is so beautiful. Okay, so here is we start with the major arcana. It starts with death, and then it moves to the 5 alchemical birds. So we start with death, and then we move to the crow as number 1. Can you guys see that really well? Again, lovely card. Number 2, the swan. 3 is the peacock. And look at that. Oh, so lovely. And usually when you see peacocks, they have their tails spread. This one doesn't. 4 is the pelican. And 5 is the phoenix. So it goes from death to the 5 alchemical birds. Like, we're starting out at a place of really growth and transition. I dig it. I mean, that's so neat. It's just deep. Okay, so let's just flip through some of these really fast. So, soulmates, the spirit plane, lovely. The orbs. Oh, isn't that great? The cosmic tree. Oh, yeah. Life map. Karma. Wow. Karma. And the 9 in the, wait, that's 11. I'm so sorry. I skipped around. The 11 in the traditional tarot major arcana is justice. So it makes sense to have that as karma, right? Because justice may not get us, but karma certainly will. Okay, sacrifice, like the hanged man. Then instead of death again, we have past lives. So that's really fascinating that, we have death in the beginning of the deck. We have death at the very start of the major arcana. And the death card here is just past lives. That's its mirror card. So there was a couple others that I wanted to point out. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So the vessel is the devil. Oh, this was the one. The shore. Okay, that's the tower. This is representing the tower card. So isn't that interesting? Let's see. Oh, and this is great. Okay, so judgment. Unknown. And again, aren't these cards so beautiful? And the world is life on earth. And it's like a human person is hugging someone in the spirit realm. Now, here is your 23rd card in the major arcana. It's the dream world. And it doesn't have a number, it has a question mark. And I love the fact that there's 2 moons. I mean, isn't that great? And to me, it sort of looks like Venice, but it has some land on it. I mean, it has a little bit of land, but Venice. It's so lovely. I think it was in Star Wars that Tatooine had 2 moons, I think. So there's your major arcana. Now, I want to get through some of the minor arcana and take a look at these. This is the lotus. No. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the birds. All right. So let's take a look at the birds before we go on to the pentacles. Okay. So this is the king of birds, or it would be the king of swords. And here's the queen. There's the dreamer. The fighter, who would be the knight of swords. And the weaver, which is the page of swords. Okay, so of course, got ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And do you see how they're sort of blending a little bit? There's a reason why, and I want to show you this. Okay, so there's the 10 of birds, all right? It ends with a bunch of vultures. So watch this, you guys. I'm going to sit these on my selenite. And we'll sit that on some of the other stones. Okay, now, here's how he created this. So we start with the ace of birds. Then we move to the 2 of birds. The 3, 4. Do you see how this picture is completely lining up and how absolutely lovely this is? 7, 8. I'm running out of room again. Sorry, you guys. When I practiced this, I didn't anticipate my cat coming through and moving my camera for the umpteenth time. Okay, so I want you to see how lovely this is. How incredible. And this is so, it just ties in so well to each other. So the entire suit makes a picture. Ace through 10 makes a picture. Now, let's look at those court cards. Did I mess them up? I did. I messed them up somehow. Okay, I think I have it right this time. There we go. Now, do you see how, I'll move this out of the way. Do you see how the ace through 10 makes a picture? And then the court cards of the same suit make a separate picture. Isn't that lovely? It is so impressive. It's outstanding. I mean, to make a deck of cards like this, like on your own with your own artwork, is like, that's an amazing thing to me. But to make a deck of cards that are a piece of art, like when they're all put together, is this is monumental. I just think this is so incredible. I think it's so lovely, and I can't stress to you guys enough like how incredibly they go together, and how beautiful they are. So I strongly recommend that you take a look at these, because they are just amazing. And again, I'll have his link to his website listed below in the description below. This isn't something that I sell, so, but I don't know that we would be allowed to sell them, but they're so wonderful. Okay, so let's talk about the Pentacles. All right, so we've got the King. Here's the Commander. And now that you guys know what they can do, I'm going to just go ahead and line them up, okay? Here, let's have that distraction. Okay, so we got the King of Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Geomancer. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Entertainer. Or, I'm sorry, it's not the Knight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles is the Queen of Trees. Trees. Yeah, okay. Page of Trees is the Pathfinder. And there's your picture. Ah, just amazing. And I mean, even the trees, the lines like all go together. This is such a phenomenal deck. It's so impressive. Okay, so let's do ace, 2, 3, and look how the scene starts to change. 4 of trees, 5 of trees. And think about this. Normally the 5 of Pentacles is being left out. Normally the 5 of Pentacles is the people walking outside in bandages. You know, they're walking outside of a church. They feel like they've lost everything. Look at that 5 of Trees card. It looks like everything is dying. Compared to the 4 of Trees, it looks like everything is dying. There's a shadow over the land. There's skulls in the trees, like the images of skulls in the trees. See that? This is amazing. So it really, really does tie together. Okay, 6 of trees, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you know, the 10 of Pentacles is like coming, it has that old man sitting among a family in a very ritzy looking house with his animals, with kids around. So he's happy and he's received like all of it. He's gotten everything. Look at how this progresses, right? The 9 of Pentacles right here, which the 9, becoming the 9 of Trees. This is just lovely. Lovely. And the 10 of Trees, where he's sort of built a tower for himself to retire in. So wonderful. So wonderful. Okay, before I start running out of time, I do want to go through the last two because, again, putting these cards together was so incredible and so much fun for me. Make sure. Oh, okay. All right. So, the King of Wands. Okay, so the King of Wands, or actually is the King of Embers in this, is the Protector. The Queen of Embers is the Mystic. And look how that fire lines up. It just lines up so perfectly. The Shapeshifter is the Knight of Embers. And the Wanderer is the Page of Embers. Wow. Now, isn't that lovely? So nice. Okay. Ace of Embers. And remember, Embers represents wands here, or fire. 2 of Embers. 3 of Embers. 4 of Embers. 5. Think about the 5 of Wands, right? 5 of Wands is a bunch of kids playing with sticks like they're practicing for war or something. And here it's like trees burning down. 6 of Embers. 7. There's the big one, right? There's the big hassle. This guy has the upper hand. 8. Well, that's fast moving energy. 9. And again, look how they feed into each other. And 10. And the 9 of Wands is caution, right? Is that the 9 of Wands? Pretty sure. Yes, the 9 of Wands is. I'm like double checking my notes. Sorry. The Nine of Wands is like caution. And I would say approaching a volcano, I would be cautious. But again, look how the story flows and goes. It's incredible. It's really amazing. Because this story with the Two of Embers, there's three ladies in that picture, and the Three of Embers, there's three in this picture, but they're all circled around. They're all holding hands across those two cards. That's really cool. God, that's just so cool. Okay, let's do the Lotus. Won't keep you guys here all day. Again, these are the Cosma Visions Oracle Cards by James R Eads. Eads. I'm going to say his name like wrong over and over and over again. So this is, these are so great. I'm so grateful to Veronica Jackson for introducing these to me, for loaning them to me, because mine haven't arrived yet from the order that I placed, so they'll be here soon. Okay, so now let's do the cups. All right, so the Peacemaker, Lotus, not cups. The Peacemaker is the King of Lotus, or its mirror card is the King of Cups. The Mender is equivalent to the Queen of Cups in the Lotus. Make that up. Okay, the Romantic. This is analogous to the Knight of Cups. The Romantic. I could see that about the Knight of Cups. And then we have the Composer as the Page of Cups. Or really the Page of Lotus. Now, there you go. There's your picture of the court cards. Isn't that lovely? And Ace. 2. And you know the Two of Cups is usually about lovers. It's usually somebody like together. There they are. 3 of Cups. 3 of Lotuses, sorry. I'm going to keep doing that. You know I am. 4. 5. And what happens with the 5 of Cups? Again, the guy's lost his taste for wine and he's moving on, right? He's upset. This one's in a flood. 6. 6 of Lotuses. 7. Okay. The 8 of Cups. Moving on to something better. The 9 of Cups. Oh, so pretty. And of course, the 10 of Cups. I mean, really. I mean, the 10 of Lotuses is so appropriate for the 10 of Cups. But look at the images here. Look at these cards. How beautiful they are. How they transition so easily from one to the other. And it's like all of a sudden it makes sense to see how we can go from the Ace of Lotuses to the 10. How we can transition through that. But is this not just so gorgeous? I mean, really, really. So these cards, again, this is a 79 card. This is a 79 card deck because Mr. Eads puts in an extra card, the Dreammaker. All right. There's a reason why I left this out. The Dream World. Yes. Here, I'll flash back up to that. the Dream World is the extra card in this deck, and it's so cool. And the fact that the major arcana, well, the major arcana all have a border around them, but the major arcana has that extra card in it. Very fascinating. So if you're interested in these cards, again, he has a really great website full of fun stuff. I'm going to review one other deck of his, but this is the Cosma Visions Oracle, and you can only buy them on his website. It's James R Eads, EADS, merch, MERCH. I highly recommend them. They're so beautiful. There's so much about these cards that speak to me. I've been playing with them for some time now. Thank you, Veronica, and for letting me see them, letting me play with them. But these are absolutely, they're just fascinating. They're fabulous. And look at the inside of this box. I don't know if I showed you guys this, but look at the inside of this box. It's got the flower of life in here. And it's got this nice little verse here. As this oracle is told, death opens a door for a lifetime to unfold. A crow. I gotta get my glasses on. Sorry, guys. Ah, there we go. A crow, a conduit of manifested might, and the swan, a siren for unconscious sight. Each bird an escort to the other plane, the soul reconnected to the past lives again. Wow. Oh my gosh. I love that. And this is actually the second edition. So I'm interested to see like what some of his other cards look like. And I haven't looked at the other deck yet. So I'm very excited about that. I just can't recommend these enough. There's so much going on here. There's so many beautiful things. And just starting with the package that it comes in. I mean, Badger gives it 5 paws. I know. It's our highest recommendation here at Metaphysical Round Table. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are enjoying this content, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out some of the other shows that we have on Metaphysical Round Table and the new channel that we have called Readings at the Round Table, where you can get your weekly and monthly zodiac prediction with tarot and oracle cards. Yay! Thank you so much, and you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, week, wherever you are in your progression. And don't forget, get out there and make your magic. Bye.